Today, we're exploring a topic close to many hearts: 3 ways to hear God's voice, even if you feel distant. Many of us experience times when our connection feels strained, but I believe there are practical steps we can take to bridge that gap. I'll be sharing 3 powerful ways that can help us tune into God's guidance, fostering a sense of peace and connection. These methods are rooted in the teachings of the Quran, Torah, and the Bible. I'm excited to delve into this with you all. Emma, what are your initial thoughts on this topic? Well, Nia, I think it's a really important topic, because the feeling of distance from the divine is something many people grapple with regardless of their faith tradition. It's interesting that you mentioned the Quran, the Torah, and the Bible, because each of these texts emphasizes the importance of seeking God's guidance. I think that's a great place to start. You see, in the Quran, it speaks of God being closer to us than our jugular vein, and in the Bible, we are told to seek and we shall find. The Torah, likewise, encourages us to listen to the still, small voice. So I think that basically it's about how we practically apply these teachings to our lives.
Emma, your insights are spot on. The feeling of distance can be quite overwhelming, but each of these sacred texts offers a path back to closeness. One practical way to hear God's voice is through silent meditation or prayer, allowing ourselves to be open to His presence. The Quran encourages quiet reflection, while the Bible's Psalms invite us to be still and know God. Another approach is engaging with Scripture daily, letting the words resonate in our hearts. The Torah emphasizes constant study, which helps attune us to God's whispers. Lastly, seeking community is crucial. Sharing experiences with others can illuminate God's voice. These steps offer profound peace and connection, reminding us we're never truly alone. Let's embrace this journey and trust the process to deepen our connection with God.
Okay, well, Jack, your points are really insightful, especially the emphasis on silent meditation, scripture engagement, and community. I think you're right that these are powerful ways to connect. When we look at the Quran, it encourages us to reflect on God's signs in creation, which can be a form of meditation. In the Bible, we see examples of people finding God in solitude, like Jesus in the desert. And in the Torah, the emphasis on communal prayer and study highlights the importance of shared spiritual experiences. These practices, as you mentioned, can bring profound peace and connection. It is so important to remember that we are not alone on this journey. Nia, I agree. It's fascinating how each tradition, while distinct, converges on the importance of these practices. You see, the Quran often uses the term dhikr, which means remembrance of God, and this can be achieved through both silent reflection and recitation of scripture. The Bible, too, emphasizes the power of prayer and meditation as a way to draw closer to God. And the Torah, with its rich tradition of study and communal gathering, provides a framework for spiritual growth. I think basically what we're seeing is that the core principles are the same, and it's about finding what resonates with you personally.
Emma, your observations about the convergence of these traditions are quite enlightening. It is true that dhikr in the Quran embodies this remembrance, serving as a bridge to divine connection through meditation and scripture. And like you said, the Bible's emphasis on prayer and meditation underlines the importance of personal communion with God, offering a path to closeness even when we feel distant. The Torah's focus on study and community indeed provides a solid framework for spiritual growth, reminding us that shared experiences can amplify our understanding. It seems that these practices, although expressed differently, share a universal goal of drawing us nearer to God. By embracing what resonates most with us personally, we can cultivate a deeper, more meaningful connection, fostering a sense of peace and belonging on this spiritual journey.
Jack, I think you've articulated that really well. It's like the essence of each path is about cultivating a relationship with the divine, and that relationship is nurtured through practices that encourage reflection, understanding, and connection. Whether it's the dhikr of Islam, the prayer and meditation of Christianity, or the study and community of Judaism, these are all ways of tuning into that divine frequency. And I think that's the key. It's about finding what resonates and then consistently engaging with it. Well, Emma, I think you've really hit on something important there. It's about finding what resonates with us individually and consistently engaging with it. It's not about adhering to a rigid set of rules, but rather about cultivating a personal relationship with the divine. As we've discussed, the Quran, the Torah, and the Bible all offer paths to this connection through reflection, prayer, and community. It's about tuning into that divine frequency, as you put it, and allowing ourselves to be guided by it. I am so glad that we are all on the same page with this. Right, Nia, I think you've summarized it perfectly. It's about that personal connection and how each tradition provides the tools to foster it. It's not about a rigid adherence to rules, but rather a sincere engagement with the practices that resonate with our individual needs. You see, the beauty lies in the diversity of paths, all leading to the same source of peace and understanding. And I think that's a really powerful message to take away from this discussion. It's about finding our own way while remaining connected to the core teachings.
Emma, the way you highlight the beauty in the diversity of paths is truly uplifting. This personal connection with the divine, facilitated by the rich traditions of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, indeed offers a profound sense of peace. It is about finding what aligns with our soul's needs and nurturing that relationship through the practices we've discussed. The Quran, the Torah, and the Bible each provide a unique approach, yet all aim to bring us closer to God. By engaging sincerely and consistently with these practices, we not only enrich our own spiritual journey, but also contribute to a greater understanding and harmony among different faiths. This unity, I believe, is a powerful testament to the shared values underlying all spiritual paths.
Well, Jack, I think you've beautifully captured the essence of our discussion. It's been truly inspiring to see how the Quran, the Torah, and the Bible, while distinct, guide us toward the same goal, a deeper connection with God. We've explored practices like meditation, scripture study, and community engagement, all of which can help us hear God's voice, even when we feel distant. Remember, it's about finding what resonates with you and consistently nurturing that relationship. Thank you all for joining us today on Channel 41. We hope you'll continue to explore your spiritual path and find peace and connection. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.